Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Before we start talking more about Comcast, because I have more to say, I just want to say thank you because you guys have been very supportive. Every stream so far this week, we have hit our support goals or exceeded them. Because of that, we are currently at 3 out of 10 goals hit, and we are on pace to very shortly be doing DSP Tries It, the Popeyes Hot Ones collaboration menu. This is a new menu at Popeyes that has 3 items: a new chicken sandwich, chicken dippers, and wings, all of which have sauces that are themed after the Hot Ones internet-based show. I've literally never seen Hot Ones before. I don't care to. I'm not very interested in it. But you guys are interested in seeing me try all 3 of these products, so I said, all right, let's go. Let's do it. So 3 out of 10 hit. If we keep the pacing going, we could actually do this by the end of the week. Keep in mind, I'm here all day today, all day Tuesday, and all day Wednesday. Thursday is the day I'm taking off because the internet's supposedly going to be down for the first day. So 7 goals to hit. Can we do it? Well, we'd have to hit 2 goals, at least 1 stream, if not 2, to make it happen. Can we get some support going? Can we get to that point and do it actually by the end of the week? I would totally be awesome, or be on pace for that. I'd love that. All right. But let's see what happens. It depends on support. Now, another thing, I talked about this the other day, that during my days off last week, sadly, I lost over 200 subs on Kick. They had all been gifted. We didn't have any events or anything special going on. I was off. I come back, 200 subs gone. So we're trying to get those subs back. Okay. And I've been pushing. We have a goal now set over on Kick, 150 subs by the end of Wednesday's stream. Currently, we are at 37. So we're actually a good chunk in. Like, we actually got a good amount of subs yesterday, and it allowed me to get good progress. With 3 days left, can we do it? Well, here's the thing. If we hit 30 to 40 subs a day like we did yesterday, we could do it. But we got to get momentum going. So if you're watching today on Kick, or you're someone who wants to support, right now, gifting some subs on Kick would be an absolutely amazing way for you to support this channel and or the content I put out. Let's get some subs over on Kick. In fact, how about this? Let's get our first sub of the day right now over on Kick. Let's get that momentum going. Let's get our first support, because we have no support right now anywhere. Let's get our first support of the day. Let's get it rolling, and let's get that momentum going. By the way, I also want to talk about Kicks. Kicks are the new way to support over on Kick. They're the equivalent of the bits system that's used on Twitch. Basically, what happens is a viewer can buy a whole bunch of these Kick currency, and they can contribute it during a live stream. And actually, last night, when we were doing American Truck Sim, we actually had the first significant amount of Kicks that were given. And what I mean by that is there was like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Kicks all coming in, and they all had really unique animations that play in the chat. Sadly, the services that do pop-ups and track this stuff in like a leaderboard, they have not updated yet. So because of that, we don't have the ability to have pop-ups on screen yet, and it's a little hard to track Kicks. So I would say this: if you do a significant amount of Kicks, 100 or more in one transaction, please let me know, because I need to know so I can put that on the leaderboard and give you a shout out. There's no other way for me to track it right now. It sucks. I wish that there was, but for whatever reason, Kick has not made that set up yet. In fact, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to, there we go. I'm trying to set it up so that I can at least see some Kicks. Because what's happening is a bunch of people are dropping single Kicks, and I appreciate that. And I do want to say thanks to those who are. If you're dropping a single Kick here or there to support the channel, thank you. I appreciate that very much. But I'm not going to be shouting out every single Kick over on Kick. That's ridiculous, especially because people can just go one Kick, one Kick, one Kick. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see how things go today. But any momentum would be appreciated. And like I said, our first sub of the day would be great if we could get it right now. All right? Cool. What is going on over here? There should be no issue with Silent Hill being in any country. None of the characters from the OG games are from Silent Hill. The town reaches out. Exactly, but the point I'm saying is this doesn't take place in Silent Hill. It takes place in Japan. The girl doesn't go to Silent Hill. So why is it called Silent Hill? It could be called Fujiwara Province. And that's because she's in Fujiwara Province and it takes her to a demon land there. Why is it called Silent Hill? Literally, I'm not even kidding you. If they just explain in the game why it's called Silent Hill, I'll be okay with it. If not, if it's the end of the game and they don't explain shit of why this is Silent Hill, I'm going to be angry. Like, stop calling it what it's not. Okay? There you go. Okay. So, folks, here's the deal. Before we get to Q&A and everything, here's the deal. This morning, a fan of mine reached out to me. Now, of course, you have to understand that whenever I get a message from a fan, I got to take it with a grain of salt. And what I mean by that is I don't know if it's real or not. It could be completely fake, or it could actually be a real fan who's concerned and who just wants to help, because I've had both. All right. But what I'd like to do, I'd like to share with you a message that a fan sent me this morning in regards to this Comcast upgrade that's going to start happening as of this Thursday, the 25th. Okay? Ready? Are you ready? So here we go. Hey, Phil, I've been debating sending you this email because I don't want to stress you out anymore or anything, because this could be a pretty stressful information for you. Great. That's a great way to start a message, isn't it? Okay. Let's continue. I had the same exact Comcast network upgrades in my area a few months ago. So it sounds to me like Comcast is actually doing this network-wide across the country. It's actually not even Comcast that does these upgrades. It's subcontracted out to another company that does all the work. So what that means is these are not even going to be Comcast workers that are doing the work. They're hiring a crew who probably are used to like laying out new lines, whatever it is, and they're going to be doing all the work. So it's not under the regular scope of Comcast work. I'm not exaggerating when I say it was at least 6 weeks of internet outages. I missed the button. I wanted to play that a little earlier, but I missed the button. 6 weeks. Okay? Let me continue here. It wasn't out every day or anything like that. So basically, it wasn't complete no internet. But rather, it would cut in and out almost every day. There were some days when it was fine, completely, no problems at all. And we actually had thought for a bit that the upgrades had been finished, only to find out the internet was out the next day. And it starts going in and out all day again. It's extremely frustrating. After we called Comcast, they told us they're doing nationwide upgrades to their network. It has to be done. There's no way to avoid it. They did eventually credit our neighbor $100 on their bill because he called them and hassled them on the phone for 2 hours about the internet being out for so long. I've never contributed or chatted in your streams, but I'm a years-long viewer, and I want to give you a heads up on what very well could possibly be coming your way this week, so you're able to adjust accordingly. Okay? Now, for the record, I appreciate that this fan sent me this message. This is not, this now is going to make Phil be feeling bad and you shouldn't have sent it. No, I need to know this stuff. Because the sad fact is a company like Comcast is not being transparent. What Comcast should have done right up front is said, hey, FYI, we're upgrading the network in your area. This is not a one-day job. This could be weeks. We're going to keep in touch and let you know everything step by step. What they did do is they wanted me to confirm my phone number to say that they're supposedly going to be texting me to let me know exactly when the internet is going up and down. They're supposed to, okay? But they never said anything about, this could be a 6-week ongoing process. Your internet is up and down and all around constantly. Because here's the deal. If that's the case, then I can't consistently stream, right? And that's a huge problem. That's my business. As I've explained to all of you, the on-demand videos are not my major source of income anymore. The on-demand videos that I put on this channel do give me some revenue, some ad revenue, but it's just not even close to what I make on streams. The income that I get from YouTube and Kick is way more than what I make on the on-demand videos. So you might say, well, hey, if the internet's going to be down, you could just record offline and upload the videos and we'll watch later. Well, number one, how does it guarantee me that I'm even going to be able to upload these videos in a timely manner if the internet is going to keep going out? And number two, not everyone is going to say, oh, I'm just going to watch the on-demand video. You guys are used to coming to streams. A lot of people come to streams and they interact and they contribute because they can talk with me, because they can get that level of interaction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this could be a huge problem for me. Now, here's the thing. There is one saving grace in this message that was sent to me. The saving grace is this. Did you hear what he said? He said, they are hiring contracted workers to do this upgrade. So what does that mean? It means that they're going to have a Jasper Kitty. Well, I'm going to have a Jasper Kitty. They're not going to have a Jasper Kitty. It means that they are going to have a set contract with set working hours and set work established for each day. You know what I'm saying? This is not, oh, it's our employees and we're paying them hourly. This is a set contract of work. Therefore, what I suspect will happen is that they will begin work at a certain time every day, and they're probably going to finish their work at a certain time every day. And as this person is saying, the internet was never just totally out. It was down and up all day. So what that sounds like to me is there's going to be some days when I'll be able to stream no problem whatsoever as if nothing's wrong. But then there's going to be other days when basically the internet's going to be up and down all day, but at a certain time, their workday is going to end because that's what's in the contract. We'll work till 6 p.m. and then we're done, right? So if I can figure out the actual time that these guys stop working and the internet will be up and not going down and up all day, then I can maybe adjust my streaming. If this means that I need to start my late stream on the earlier side and go longer, like right now, my late stream starts around 7. We start playing games around 7:30 and I finish around 9:30, 10, right? What if they stop work around 5, 6 o'clock, I can start my stream around 5:30. We start gaming at 6 and we go till like 9:30, 10. So now at least every day I'm putting in a 3 to 4 hour stream. Even if the internet's down earlier, I still have the ability to go do a major stream and people could hopefully come by during that stream and support it. Okay. The truth is I cannot not work for a month and a half. So if Comcast thinks that's what they're going to do, they got another thing fucking coming. All right. Their internet has to at least work somewhat so that I can work. Because if I find in the first week that I can't work at all for a week, I'm going to be contacting them with a lawyer. It's that simple. I'm not going to be out of business because Comcast doesn't know how to run their business. Okay. Also, if this does happen, and if we're in a situation where the internet is not working for a week, I may have to look for another ISP. Now, I already did that 2 years ago, and there was nothing. There was nothing. The only thing available was like Starlink. Okay? That was it. So, I don't think Starlink's going to be any better. All right? Now, I don't know. We'll have to see. All right? But what I'm hoping is that it's not as bad as it's all being made out to be. If it's a few days and it's up and down, I get it. If it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, no. I'm not going to not work for 6 weeks, especially with this last year. Allow me to explain. This last year has been absolutely amazing. You guys have come out and supported me in droves. You've got me to a situation where things are going good to the point where now I can start to save money. And I can actually start doing that in my home this year. I fixed things that have been broken for a long time. I was able to improve my lifestyle. I'm not now going to go into debt to be able to pay things for a month and a half because I can't work because Comcast thinks they're going to take my internet down. No, that's not happening. Under no circumstance am I going to lose a month and a half of work and Comcast is going to get away with it. No. Okay? So, Let's see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. The thing is, I don't want to be drastic. I'm trusting what Comcast is saying, that they're going to keep me in the loop about when the internet will be up or down. All right. And if they say, oh, today your internet's probably going to be down all day, I'll let you guys know. And I'll say, listen, I can't stream during the day today. Maybe we'll try for a night stream. In the meantime, I'm still going to be working. I'm still going to be doing content. You understand? I will do content. Does it mean that I'll be able to play every single game I want to play in October? Maybe not. I don't know. The thing is, exactly, Stormforce Gamer just said in chat, all we can do is play it by ear. You're right. That's literally all I can do, because I don't know what's going to happen. It could be that this is something that's done within a few days. It could be something that's ongoing for 6 weeks, but it also could be that we know the time frame. And if we know the timetable, if we know 9 a.m. the internet's going to go down and it's going to be iffy all day, but it'll be back by 6, then I'll start streaming at 6:30 and we'll be here for 3-4 hours every night consistently. And I'll just have to find other things to do during the day, whether it's a gameplay session and I upload on demand or if it's something else. But I'm going to be leaning heavily on hoping people show up to those streams that I can be here to support me, or else I'm out of business. That's how serious this is. And with Comcast, I hope they understand that. I'm not going out of business because they want to upgrade their network. That's not how it works. Absolutely not. Okay? Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get rid of a couple idiots over here. Give me a sec. I got rid of this idiot. Okay, good. So, here's what's going to happen. I am not going to stream Thursday because that's supposed to be the first day that this is going down. All right? I'll try to keep you all in the loop. My expectation is I will be back on Friday with Sonic Racing Crossworlds Premiere and Silent Hill F. Okay? That's my expectation. I'll be here on Friday. Now, if the internet is going up and down and up and down, and maybe we try to stream, and if it doesn't consistently work, what can I do? I could keep trying and just keep gaming and playing, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does. And people just have to understand that you're watching a stream. It may go down for an hour, and then come back for an hour, and then go down for an hour, and we just have to be okay with that. All right? Or it could be I just don't stream during the day, and I try to stream at night when they're done doing the messing with the lines. So let's see. Again, we can't actually fully plan for this. I'm flexible. If I need to adjust my time that I do stuff, I will do that. All right? I will. But I need you guys to understand. I'm going to probably make a special video to explain this and make it a separate video than just this podcast. I need people to know what's going on. The problem here is that I am known as Mr. Consistency, right? I am the guy who is here literally every single day streaming. I'm the one who puts out tons of content. If I'm not available to do that, that changes everything. And now people might be like, oh, well, now Phil's not consistent anymore. Now I'm not going to watch him. That's not fair. I'm here. The internet, that's the problem, not me. Okay? So, let's see what happens. I don't want to be Mr. Doom and Gloom. I don't want to be, oh, God, that's also why I'm not saying, hey, definitely we're doing the marathon this weekend. I want to do the marathon this Saturday. Okay? I do. But I can't guarantee it. All right? I can't. I tell you tentatively, let's say that this Saturday, which is September 26th. No, the 27th. Saturday the 27th. Let's say tentatively that's the Worst Games Ever marathon. But understand that may not happen. Understand it may be up and down. And it would suck if it does, but what can I do? All right? I'm going to try to keep, unlike previously where I would lose my cool and I would go crazy and I would say doom and gloom, the sky is falling. I'm going to try to keep a level head. All right? I am. I'm going to try to be calmer and say, let's approach this very fairly, matter-of-factly. Listen, Comcast eventually needs to update their infrastructure. It's necessary for the business. Does it suck that they have no redundancies so to protect the consumers from losing internet? Yes. Is that a problem? Yes. Just last year, someone climbed a phone pole and cut an internet line, and we didn't have internet for a day. There's no redundancies to protect someone from simply doing that? No. Oh, why would you have that, right? I mean, that would actually be good customer support and experience and good service. They don't have that. It's just, well, bare minimum to get it working, and if it doesn't work, well, fuck you. Well, fuck them. They're going to have a rude awakening. I got into a certain point in my life where I'm just tired of being pushed around. Like when you have an employee who literally is maliciously going inside of my cable modem without my permission, which is illegal, is changing the name of all my wireless networks and turning them on, which is illegal, is resetting my modem without my permission, which is illegal. And this goes on for a period of 2 years, and we have documented evidence that it did. And I didn't do anything about it at that time. And that person went on Kiwi Farms and posted up all the evidence that it really happened. So I didn't even have to lift a finger because it actually is posted on Kiwi Farms right now. All the evidence that they did it. So you get to a point where it's like, no, I'm not going to be pushed around. I understand. If the internet has to be up and down for a while, I get it. But I'm not going to go out of business. All right? I'm not. And I'm not going to sit here and freak out about it. I'm not going to be like, oh my God. What I'm going to say is, let's play it by ear. This week, let's have a normal week. Let's enjoy Kronos and Silksong. Let's enjoy Silent Hill F for 2 days. Let's have a great 3 days. All right? Great 3 normal days where everything is good and everything is working fine. All right? And then let's see how things go starting on Thursday. Now, I won't be here Thursday. I'm taking the day off on purpose. Let's see. If I come back on Friday and it's up and down, it sucks, but what can you do? Right? Hopefully, like I said, we can have an established time when the internet will actually be working, even if it's later. And then I can at least consistently do 1 stream a day during the time when all this is going on. I hope, fingers crossed, right? So let's see what happens. Okay? Let's figure it out together. Let's not freak out. Let's not lose our cool or our minds. Let's just play it and oh, I accidentally misclicked. I'm sorry, Muckman. I misclicked you. I did not mean to do that. There, I've fixed that. Sorry about that, Muckman. Okay. All right. So when I have more information, I'll let you know. If I get any updates, if I hear anything, I will let you know. Okay? But in the meantime, excuse me, there's not anything I can really do. It's not in my power. I want to be here. I can't be if this is happening. I will just keep you in the loop on everything. All right? And we'll work together to figure this out. Fingers crossed. All right? Cool. All right. Some shout outs because a bunch of contributions came in all at once here while I was talking. Thank you to XBTWXD over on Kick, who's dropping some kicks in the chat right now. Mr. Bun the Juice did a $2.66 super chat. These are difficult times. I can relate. Stay strong, Phil. Well, thank you, Mr. Bun the Juice. It's not like I'm destitute or anything. You know what I'm saying? But, dude, if I can't work for like a month, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to pay bills. I got to make money. And all my money, well, I don't say all. Most of my money is made on stream. If I can't stream, literally that's Comcast's fault. You tell me I can't work. You're preventing me from working because you're not going to have a way for me to have internet when you decided to do an upgrade to your network. That doesn't sound very good, does it? It sounds to me like that's a problem. So, exactly. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that this is not as bad as it sounds. I'm hoping that this actually will not be a big deal and that maybe we'll have a few days where the internet is shoddy, but for the most part, the internet will be working during this process and I'll still be able to work for the most part. I mean, look at it this way. I stream 6 days a week. If 2 or 3 days a week, the internet's up and down for one of the streams, yeah, it's going to be annoying, but it's definitely not the end of the world, right? It's not. But I don't know. And again, if I can get transparency to know exactly when the work stops, so I know, oh, if it stops at 7 p.m., I'll do a longer night stream for this month to make my money on the late stream. I'd be okay with that. But I need to have that transparency. It can't be, oh, we're going to fuck around and just do whatever, whenever. You can never plan around and good luck having a job. Like, no, that's not, I'm not going to allow them to do that to me. That's not going to happen. So let's see what happens. Let's play out this week. Today, tomorrow. How about this? Today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, let's have a great time together. And for goodness sake, let's get some support. All right, let's hit it. Let's go. There you go. There's a few kicks hitting the floor over on Kick and some moral support. Gee, thanks, guys. All right, but for real, that's enough of the Comcast bullshit. Let's stop talking about that for today. Let's relax. All right, so let's get some support. We got 1 sub. Let's get some more subs. Again, I have a 150 sub goal to hit by the end of Wednesday. We're at like 30 some, like 32, 34. Let's get some subs right now on Kick. I'm serious. Let's get some subs. Some of you are regulars. And let's get that momentum going. All right? Let's get some super chats. Let's get some memberships. Let's get our first membership of the day on YouTube. All right? Let's get some support rolling. And then we'll jump into Chronos and have some fun. See, that's not true. That's not true at all. Vlargob, nice name, says you stopped pointing the camera at a screen when the views stopped coming in. No, I basically got stopped. I got tired of getting yelled at, is what it was. I was still getting views. Yes, it was true that my views were plateauing, but I was just tired of getting yelled at. Everyone yelling at me saying I'm a dinosaur and I'm not doing the modern thing. And I said, fine. On a whim, I remember the day. John Rambo was over. We were going to do co-op. And I said, fuck this. I'm tired of getting screamed at. Let's go. And we drove right down to Best Buy and we bought 2 capture cards and we hooked one up. I can't remember what it was. We just hooked it up. It was this box looking fucking thing like this. It was a big box. Now they're all tiny, but it was like a giant box. And we plugged it in and we fucking used it. And it worked all right, but it had issues because we didn't tweak it and didn't know anything about bitrate or anything back then. The bitrate was way too low and it looked like ass. But people liked that. They liked that we were being interactive. We were talking with people in a chat and stuff like that, and people really liked that. Is there one thing in particular I think I was treated particularly unfairly for? I mean, the thing is, so many people today treat me unfairly because everything that they say and do is based off of misconceptions and lies, okay? Or half-truths, all right? I just wish originally, when, like, This Is How You Don't Play was coming out, that I had reacted differently, because I really feel that the original reason that the internet turned against me was because I overreacted, which then forced the internet to spin it in a way that made me look worse than I really was. Like, basically, the way I saw it, when everyone was doing This Is How You Don't Play, my concern was that people were now going to go see the This Is How You Don't Play video rather than my video. And keep in mind, back then, I wasn't a live streamer that had stream income. I was reliant on ad revenue and views to make a living. So if someone is looking at a different version of my content on someone else's channel, I'm not getting the view and I'm not getting the ad revenue. That's going to concretely hurt my business. And that's how I saw it. That's how I reacted. However, I think how people saw it was, oh, Phil just doesn't want to be made fun of. Phil thinks that he's like completely above reproach, completely above criticism. And because of that, he's so full of himself, he doesn't deserve to succeed. He's a schlub. He's a loser. And that's the mentality that was promoted on the internet. If people could have just seen it from my perspective, that this is my livelihood, and I was afraid of losing everything when I had worked my ass off to gain an internet presence, I think things would have went differently. But I didn't portray myself well at all. I was very angry. I was very obstinate. I was very aggressive towards the internet making those videos. And because I was, that's when public opinion turned against me. And that's on me. You know, it is. Like, it's the whole thing of reacting to content and that kind of stuff has now become insanely huge to the point where even I've done it. You know what I'm saying? But it's my fault that I didn't see that was going to happen and that I reacted in such a poor way that people thought, oh, look at this asshole, right? And I now I look back at it and I hear myself in old videos saying shit like that. Like, oh my God, you're a fucking thief if you're watching This Is How You Don't Play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, I mean, of course people reacted in the way that they did. But today, here's the thing. I am of the opinion that anyone can change, that anyone can improve. And I tried really hard to do that over the last decade. And I hope that people who like knew me back then as this really pig-headed, obstinate jerk, if they were to come by today and see the different kind of content I put out, the different kind of streams we have, and how I listen to feedback, and, hopefully people would see that I've changed for the better. All right? But that's the thing. For a lot of people, life is black and white. If you're one way forever, and they don't want to hear that you've improved, you've changed, you've grown, you've matured. No. To them, it's like, you were that asshole back then, you're that asshole now. And I do feel that that's unfair. I think that a lot of people hear misconceptions about me on the internet based on things from the past and think that that applies to the present day, and it very much does not. Today, are you kidding me? The person I am today couldn't be further different from the person who I started as 17 years ago. I'm like a completely different person, changed from the ground up. I just don't even act or think the way that I did back then. All right. Someone just hit me $1.50 and says, I think the pivot of people truly turning against you was when your ex waged war against your viewers. All I'm going to say is this, because that is such ancient history at this point. My ex, I have not spoken with in so many years, and, she has her own life, and I don't want her ever getting pulled back into this fucking vortex, right? But I'll just say this, okay? It was my choice to involve my ex in my content. It was my choice to do travel vlogs. It was my choice to make her a moderator on my streams. It was all my choice. As much as you can argue that, oh, she got into fights with your viewers, she got into fights with your fans, she said offensive stuff to people on the internet. Fair enough. I'm not going to deny that any of that happened. But I was the one in the position of power, and I was the one that created those situations. Do you understand? So it's my fault. I take responsibility for that, 100%. It wasn't like, oh, she forced herself into stuff. No, we wanted to play games together. She wanted to watch and moderate. We wanted to do traveling together. And then she had got a public persona, and she would say things. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she said that. Hey, that's on me. That's on me. 100%. And that's something that I live with, and I get it. But I mean, the thing is, it is so far in the past. You're talking a time period that was what, like 2013 to like 2016, 17? It's 8 years in the past. So anything today, it doesn't really apply anymore. Today, it's a whole new ball game when it comes to the shit that people say and do on the internet compared to that time period. You know what I mean? Oh, I know, Grande Dio. He says, your detractors think more about your ex than you do. 100%. That never does my ex ever pop into my head, ever, unless they bring her up. I'm living a whole different life. I'm happily married. My content's completely different from how it was back then. Like, everything about my life is completely different from that time period of my life. The way I see it, there's 3 eras that I've had. The early days, that time period, and the modern time period. Those are 3 completely different eras that I've been doing content creation. And that is so long in the past. I never even think about it. Not at all. Mozzie did a $2 super chat. Says it's disrespectful for people to bring up the ex. Well, here's the thing. She has nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. She has nothing to do with me in the modern day. She doesn't affect anything in the modern day. She's moved on and has her own life, and I respect that. I have my own life. She respects that. There's no reason to ever bring her up. It's only these obsessive freaks. Again, the same obsessive freaks that hunt down people from my past, family members who I don't talk to, and try to bring them into their online drama. It has nothing to do with anything. I'm not affected by it, and I don't have anything to do about it, right? Nothing. Zero. These people are just weird. They're fucked in the head. Okay, sorry, there was a detractor trying to sneak through my window, so I just ran up, I smashed him in the head, and he fell out the window, and I could continue my stream. Okay, so what else would you guys like to talk about? We still have some time. Please tag me in either chat. Thanks for the early support. Let's get some support, notably. We're only at 25. Let's get to $50 support right now to keep the momentum going. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen later this week. I literally have no idea what's going to happen later on this week with this internet. So let's have some good streams now when we know that I can do them because it's working. Okay? All right, come on. Let's get some subs on Kick right now. Let's hit that subs goal of 150 by the end of Wednesday. Like I said, we don't know what else is going to happen. later this week into October with my internet. Let's get some support. Let's go. What do you guys want to talk about today? Let's end the show on a high note, and then we'll get into Kronos again. And again, please, let's get support going so we can hit our goal for Kronos. Sadly, kind of a slow start to the day here today. I'm not saying that that means anything. I'm just saying typically by the end of the podcast, we're hitting around at least $50, and we haven't even gotten to 30 yet. So please, let's get some support. Let's go.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.